7 days a week. Members and guests have access to top-tier coaching and clinics with 3 pickleball pros, a kitchen serving a menu of fresh and healthy cuisine, invigorating smoothies, delicious coffees, seasoned hospitality professionals providing an array of unique programming for pickleball enthusiasts and the first-timers of all ages. What's a better pair than sip and serve? Visit theexchangenola.com to book your court. Welcome a new member or inquire about a private event today. The Exchange New Orleans. We combine our love of sports and NOLA-style entertainment to create The Exchange, where good times meet great games.
ESPN Northwest Florida is the Panhandle's official radio home for Super Bowl 59.
Kansas City Chiefs.
10-yard touchdown run by Mahomes.
Versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Touchdown! Saquon Barkley!
Super Bowl Sunday coverage starts at 1.
Kickoff at 5:30 p.m.
Listen live in a rich audio experience on your home for the NFL in Super Bowl 59. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Thursday. A mixture of slight fog and some sun this afternoon and evening with a wind at 10 miles per hour out of the south-southeast and the high of 68. Tonight, look for slight fog with a temperature near 59. Tomorrow, a high around 69 and slight fog in the morning and then light rain. This weather forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
360-degree protection of your home, 365 days a year, one low monthly price.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control offers an affordable program that provides our customers with peace of mind. Brock 365.
We like bundling pest control with termite protection for a low monthly payment. We couldn't be happier with the results. Most treatments are done outside, and we haven't had any issues in over 3 years.
Call us today for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Introducing Lucid Stream TV. Get over 2,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN Plus, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch local network channels from most major markets throughout the country. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. It's more than sports. Lucid Stream TV offers premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Stars, 200-plus entertainment and news networks, or watch 10,000 movies on demand, including recent theater releases. Just $42 a month when you use the promo code ESPNNW at checkout. Watch on up to 5 devices at the same time. Perfect for sharing with family and friends. Lucid Stream TV gives you everything you want for less. Cut the cord, not the fun. To score Lucid Stream TV, go to ESPNPC.com and click on the Lucid Stream TV logo.
What does it take to live an uncommon life? Here's former Super Bowl winning coach Tony Dungy with today's uncommon moment.
I can't help but wonder sometimes if the reason why it's difficult to forgive others is because we simply can't forgive ourselves for all the times we've fallen short of God's standard. So we turn around and don't forgive others. And our hearts begin to harden not only toward others, but towards ourselves. But God's plan of forgiveness provides total freedom for us from guilt over what we've done and from the bitterness towards others for what they've done to us. The ability to forgive is a reflection of a repentant, spiritually reborn heart. That repentance begins one-on-one with God. How willing are you to forgive yourself and others?
Tony Dungy, author of the popular Uncommon book series. More at CoachDungy.com. That's CoachDungy.com.
Your home for Super Bowl 59. WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota. ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the next evolution of sports talk radio. The biggest stories and the biggest reactions.
Now.
And now we're taking
With the first pick.
This is the last ball you got to bat. The Inside Drive. From college to the pros. Interviews with the newsmakers, sports betting, your phone calls, and more. And now, The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
And good Thursday morning. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. 104.3 here in Panama City Beach and Panama City and all our beautiful surrounding areas. And, of course, as always, 101.9 down there in Port St. Joe. A spectacular day out there right now. The sun is shining. A little foggy start, but it is
I'll take it.
Certainly very mild, very seasonable for this time of year. So get out there. Hopefully you're doing something outside at some point today. But get out there and enjoy it. You can also watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can listen as well on there. All you got to do is search ESPN Northwest Florida. We appreciate all of our social media followers. It means a lot to us. Engage with us. Comment on our stuff. And we're trying to be a little more concerted here and getting some more fun stuff out. Like we just we saw, I think, almost 80 pet photos come through our Facebook
Wild, right?
page.
You bring up dogs, you bring up cats, you bring up snowmen, and then they're all running to the woodshed with it.
That's it. That's it. Hopefully I reported the bot that is trying to comment on all y'all's comments, trying to get you to enter something in there. If it looks suspicious, what was the saying yesterday, David? Or maybe that was at my chamber meeting.
Maybe so, because I was I don't know. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it might just be a duck.
Yeah, but it rhymed and it was good. It was like if it's suspicious. So I don't know. I forget.
If it's suspicious, it might just be conspicuous, and you might just taste it, and it might be delicious.
Yeah, there you go. Speaking of delicious,
Hot Pocket.
rocking the old Hot Pocket, huh?
Yeah, man, the breakfast Hot Pocket was a little bit hungry this morning. Got to work a little bit early and said, you know what? I'm going over there to the Yellow store and I'm going to get me something for breakfast. And that just so happened to be a sausage, egg, and cheese Hot Pocket.
And no more sleeves for the Hot Pockets, huh?
40 years. They've perfected what it does to take, or what it is to make the crispiest crust, which I'll be honest, one of the worst crusts that I've ever tasted from the Hot Pocket.
Oh, so the sleeveless isn't necessarily...
it just don't taste good, but the sausage inside and the egg inside does taste good, whatever.
The outside of the Hot Pocket was never delectable.
The crust is crispy. That's nice.
Yeah.
Right, but at the same time, it doesn't taste good. It's almost got that freezer burnt taste to it. Not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Not a big fan.
Maybe it's been in one of the freezers there at the old DG for a long time.
You know.
The shelf life of a Hot Pocket, I think they're post-apocalyptic.
Facts.
Them and roaches, the only thing that'll survive
I don't want to eat no roaches, but I will if I have to.
Yeah, a little nuclear holocaust. The Hot Pockets and the roaches, they're still around. They're still around. But yeah, Hot Pockets. Man, it's been a while. I used to live on Hot Pockets in college. And like we were talking earlier, you cook one, you're like, I'm going to bite into this thing. I don't know if I'm about to burn the roof of my mouth, or I don't know if I'm going to taste some ice. It's always a gamble.
Dude, burning the roof of your mouth, though.
Makes everything taste
terrible.
like rubber.
Oh, my goodness. And then you get that, skin kind of falling down a little bit. Yep. Oh, that's the worst.
No, it's not good. It's not good.
And I do it every single time with pizza.
Yeah. Well, because you don't want to wait. You're hungry.
That's, factual.
Yeah, factual indeed.
Yeah.
And it's tough that cheese just gets up there on the roof and just cooks it.
Yeah. Did you, Nomino's, which obviously isn't their real name, they've got a new pizza, I guess it's called the Volcano.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Weird, right?
I haven't tried it yet. But
so basically they take a little saucepan and they put it in the middle of the crust and create a little bowl there. And then they, take the mozzarella cheese and the sauce and put it around that. And so you get your quarter slices of pizza at that point in time.
It's like, pizza.
Like, what else can we do with pizza?
Yeah,
but
pizza's
the
a
thing is,
classic.
we like pizza because it's pizza.
Yeah, don't change something that's already fantastic. But I will say all the local ones around here. I know Doug DeGood, I believe, sold, and Skip's no longer involved in that as well. But they do a fantastic job here. I will say that. And obviously, we appreciated them during our draft party last year, hooking us up with some pizza.
So that's not a thing in the future?
Yeah, I can find out who's doing it.
Hey, we'll find someone to help take care of us.
Oh, no, absolutely. And who knows, maybe we'll find another place. PCB Hobby was great, but I was thinking maybe we do it like the showroom of Bill Kramer GM. Is we need wall space. That was the hardest part.
The only thing
we needed wall space.
Well, wall space, absolutely.
Car dealerships are open. They're usually open to 8 p.m., aren't they?
Right. I mean, there is that, but I don't think we're going to have anyone saying, let me buy a car.
Oh, yeah. No, not to do it to make a purchase.
No,
hey,
absolutely.
you never know.
That would be interesting, though. Yeah. I really did like it at PCB Hobby for the element of buying cards.
Yeah, no doubt, 100%.
I like that, but I'm open to whatever. Yeah. And we got fantasy baseball on the horizon as well, which Dave Neat, who won our fantasy league, I think he won Champions League as well.
Yeah.
With that being said, we've got to get that kind of going if we want to do it again.
I really enjoyed it last year. That was my first time, and I feel like I learned a lot about how it works.
I think it keeps you in tune to baseball.
What's actually going on.
So,
No, 100%. And Joe Bond, we're not doing Fridays right now, but we'll pick that back up, especially as it gets closer.
He's a baseball guy as well?
He does baseball. They do.
Interested.
Fantasy Six Pack does all the fantasy sports.
I mean, if you're going to have a six-pack,
you
got to drink it up to every sport, right?
That's right.
Or crunch it up.
Yeah.
Whichever way you want to go about it.
Yeah, unless you're Jokic or Patrick Mahomes, then you can have the dad bod and still be a superstar getting paid millions and millions of dollars. So there is hope for us with the dad bods. But yeah, of course, you got to download our free mobile app inside the Google Play or Apple Store. 104.3 is all you got to search up. And you guys know the deal by now. We got 2 more days to enter the ESPN Northwest Florida Holland Hearts Magic Express. You'll be entered to win a pair of tickets to go see the Orlando Magic host the Sacramento Kings on Saturday, March 29th, from a luxurious suite, as Jay Henley always says, who will be joining us a little bit later. He's got a lesson at 11 o'clock this morning. Hopefully Sailor is a little more up and at 'em today, as we'll talk. And I wonder if that's what sparked Bone Crusher to do the pet picture contest, was all the Sailor talk yesterday.
No.
Just a good thought. But anyway, that trip will take you out there on the 29th. You'll be...
Well, I heard him talking about doing that, and it was one of those things of drawing engagement. We saw how the snowman picks worked, right? And it was a way to get people involved that may not be avid sports radio listeners. And so, he went with that, did a great job of it. Also, we have something going on with Carla Golf and Bite Me.
Saw that as well.
Yeah, where it's, just drop a flavor that you would like to have a cake sandwich in.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, I don't even need to look to see who posted this. I know who posted that. They wrote sandwich.
That's what she called it. That's what I call my sandwich.
Sandwich, all that good stuff.
There you go, man. I would love a cake with, I want a sweet and a salty one, right? So maybe cake bread with roast beef in the middle.
Ooh, there you go. Or maybe a little cake bread BLT.
Ooh, I like with the bacon. Oh,
bacon and cake. It's once you said salty and sweet, my mind went right to bacon.
Right to bacon. There's nothing better.
Bacon's the key to life.
It is.
Thank you for the pigs.
How do we keep living?
Bacon.
It is oink oink, baby.
That's it. Hey.
Which Boston Tim killed him one, so there you go. I'm ready for...
bring us some of that fresh hog. You can eat that. Your stomach doesn't get it's just... I wish I had more of that in my life where I hunted and then could actually process food.
But you got your fish. fishing is fun, right?
Yeah. Fishing's good.
Fishing.
I haven't caught anything in a while, but the weather.
Oh, the time is coming.
Oh, yeah, it's about to be here pretty soon. We're about to be in that early spring.
You gonna get you a skeeter? Or is that your kayak? Do you call your kayak your skeeter?
I should. I'm gonna ask Chris. Chris, if you're listening, can you get me a skeeter sticker? I'll stick it on my kayak.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know if...
Ain't nothing better than that, though, man.
That's right.
Being able to just drop in whenever you want, no motor. You can just sneak up and stalk the fish, It doesn't get no better than that.
I'll learn how to paddle very quietly and It's just if it's windy, it can be a little challenging.
Oh, of course,
But-
because you're just like spinning around.
Yeah. But then I'll find a good angle to get out and then use the wind and just work it all the way down with the wind. But yeah, learning every day. And if you're not learning something every day, you ain't doing it right. That is for sure. But yes, make sure you, if you've got our app downloaded, if you don't have it downloaded, I've already told you where to go. Jay tells us most days inside the Google Play or Apple Store. That contest is brought to you by PCB Hobby, Panama City Toyota, Holland Hearts, Fairfield Inn, Hampton Inn on Thomas Drive, as well as Home 2 Suites. Again, just open that app, see the enter contest button, follow the rules. You got 2 more days to enter as we are getting ever so closer to the month of February. Coming up this Sunday, February 1st. I do want to mention some sad news in the world. It is sports related. But obviously, I don't know, David, if you saw, there was a commercial airliner crashed with a Black Hawk helicopter outside Ronald Reagan National Airport in Washington,
How does that
D.C.
happen?
That's a great question. A great question indeed. Just kind of wild times right now, and a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Air traffic control got a little sleepy, I guess.
Well, and I was reading something too that said there was 3 close calls with that helicopter before. Again, that was something I read. I don't know if it's actually.
So was that FUI? Flying under the influence?
No, I
mean, if you have 3 close calls, right?
And
There's got to be something. Or there could have been a malfunction with the helicopter. I mean, there's so many things. I don't mean to.
Yeah,
I thought of.
No, all good. But there was, I thought I had it saved. But on the commercial airliner, there was all the U.S. figure skating team and coaches and trainers and all that stuff were on them. So the U.S. figure.
Any injuries?
No, everybody on the airplane passed away.
Oh,
yep, everybody.
That's not injuries. That's fatalities.
Yeah. So. Yep. So it is sports related.
Like, good.
No,
not good at all.
Bad news.
So the whole U.S. figure skating team.
I had this
and the coach
and the coaches and the
passed away.
Yes, in the plane crash. Yeah, absolutely.
Holy cow, Ryan!
I know, it was crazy. It happened kind of not late, but kind of early evening last night, and. Let's see. Let me pull it up here because I want to make sure I'm accurate with the figure skating, the sports related to it. At least 14 members of the U.S. figure skating team were on American Airlines flight that collided midair with a military Black Hawk helicopter over Washington, D.C. Wednesday night, a skating official said. 6 members of the U.S. figure skating team on the doomed flight were affiliated with the Skating Club of Boston. The club's CEO and executive director, Doug Zighaibe, said, according to WCVB-TV, skater Spencer Lane, his mother Molly, skater Gina Hahn, her mother Jen, and coaches Evgenia Shishkova and Vadam Nuvov were all on board on the plane. Skating is a very close and tight-knit communities. Kids and their parents, they're all out here at the skating facility in Norwood 6, sometimes up to 7 days per week. It's a close, tight bond, and I think for all of us, we've lost family, Zighaibe said. Zighaibe described Spencer as a highly talented kid who's rocketing to the top of the sport, while Gina he remembered as a wonderful kid, great athlete, and great competitors. He said both of their mothers were role model parents dedicated to their children's sports. There were no survivors from the crash, which involved an American Airlines plane carrying 60 passengers plus crew members and a military helicopter that had 3 soldiers on board, officials said on Thursday. But yeah, just the plane was coming in on approach, and the helicopter, unfortunately, was in the way. But yeah, it was kind of some crazy breaking news all over this morning. But
now that you mentioned that, I did say I know a couple of pilots that fly with Delta, and I saw one of their Facebook posts, but just kind of didn't look into it.
It's not something you really expect to see. In your
right. And then you say that, and you're kind of hoping everything is all right, but there's nothing all right about that, because I'm sure. The pilot from the helicopter had to have passed away as well, right?
Yeah, they said the 3 soldiers on board the helicopter also passed away.
Oh, my goodness gracious, man.
Crazy stuff. That is for certain.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really is. You hate to hear that kind of stuff, and thoughts and prayers again with all of the family members there involved with the soldiers and with the athletes as well.
Yep, they were coming back from Wichita, Kansas, where the U.S. Figure Skating Championships were just transpiring this past weekend. So, but all right, I'm gonna pivot from that again. Like David said, thoughts and prayers with all the families and friends of the people that passed away. Just another tragic moment here in the United States of America. But I'm gonna pivot over to the basketball district tournament schedule, as now the basketball regular season has come to an end. I heard you and Banji talking about it yesterday, and just
such a blessing to have that guy on the show.
He is
man.
Fantastic.
Oh, he is phenomenal.
He just, you could. You can ask him anything about any of these teams, and he knows it.
And not just that, man. You can dive into college sports, you could dive into pro sports, and really across the board. He's got an idea or at least a thought on it. So it's great to have a relationship with the sports reporter for the Panama City News Herald, who's really done such a phenomenal job of covering local sports here.
Yeah, I mean, I used to work. It was a long time ago. I even forget the guy's name, but then I went for a long period of time.
Dustin Kent.
Yes, there wasn't really anybody there for a little while, right, until Banji came in?
Yeah, and Dustin Kent was a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, he came out and did a lot of golf stuff, a lot of golf high school districts, regionals, all that stuff.
And then Banji, coming from Atlanta, which is
obviously a huge market.
Well, just not just a huge market, but primarily focused on football, because football's happening 24/7 around there, which we're getting to that point, but still at the same time, it's not Atlanta, and he has fallen in love with the sports of soccer, and obviously he already liked basketball, but he's just doing such a great job. And to fall in love with sports that you aren't accustomed to being a part of or knowing really how they work, to me, just being around the guy is special, and the vibe that he brings, the energy that he brings is something special.
And he's with you every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday, really from 4 to 5.
Nice. So if you want to get in-depth local sports coverage, tune in the afternoon Underdogs every Wednesday at 4 p.m. You should tune in every day at 4 p.m. anyway, but Wednesdays especially if you're looking to get a lot of good local sports action.
Yeah, I would just save it for Wednesdays.
Yeah, there you go. All right. We'll start with 3A District 1. That includes a couple local schools. That includes several local schools: Bozeman, Freeport, Walton, North Bay Haven, Rutherford, as well as South Walton. South Walton, the number 1 seed in the 3A District 1 tournament. You got Freeport, the 4 seed. They'll be facing Bozeman on February 3rd, which I believe is Monday, because Monday, February 3rd. That'll be
Correctamundo, Ryan.
That'll be at 6:30 p.m. at Freeport. And then on the bottom side of the bracket, you got Walton and North Bay Haven. That is also on Monday, I believe, also at 6:30. They don't have a time listed here. And then you also got Pensacola Catholic going against Rutherford. Rutherford, the 6 seed, Pensacola Catholic, the 3 seed. So 3 teams right here in Bay County competing in the 3A District 1 tournament. Let's move right on to the 4A District 1 tournament. That's going to include several local teams as well. You got Bay, who is the number 1 seed, and I heard Banji talking about Bay High's basketball team yesterday, and they're really. I saw them play against Arnold, and
that was the night of the Hall of Fame, right?
And they absolutely looked fantastic.
De-throttled the Marlins.
They did.
Yeah,
they did.
Coach Mike Memon, really, really impressive for where Bay was a couple of years ago, where Coach Rusty Cook was really taking Bay to new heights. And then I can't remember the coach's name from last year, and now he's gone, and the coach Mike Memon comes in after a year at Choctawhatchee, and then was at Mosley prior to that. And what he's done with the Tornadoes this year has been nothing less than impressive.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. So been to a few basketball games this year. I haven't really ever been to a high school basketball game here prior to this year. And I'll tell you what, they are entertaining as all get up. A lot of fun watching those games. And there's some really, really talented basketball players in our area.
There really is. We kind of get slept on for basketball just because baseball is the bread and butter of the area, and then football obviously is kind of on the up and up, and you got Mosley doing some real big. If you've looked at Mosley football and really Bay County football as a whole, but if you've looked at Mosley football and their Facebook page, the amount of guys that are getting D1 offers right now, insane.
Yeah, Adam Land just got
Adam Land and Fletcher Taylor, 2 tight ends. They had the best tight end room. I'm being a little biased here, a lot of bias, but I would say one of the best tight end rooms in the country. And I mean, FIU, Pitt, SMU. I mean, these guys are getting offers from everywhere, and Carson Griffin getting in on the action as well. It's going to be a fun season here for Bay County football, not just Mosley football,
and that's
but Bay
the thing
County
too.
football.
With Mosley doing so well and these coaches coming in, it's not just they're going to Arnold, they're going to Bay, and so when you have one or two programs doing really good, that benefits all the football programs in your area. So.
I mean, shoot, Navy's coach was over there at North Bay Haven.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. On their crowned football field.
Mm-hmm.
We had a soccer game there the other day. It is really crowned. But, natural grass has got to drain out. It's got to drain out. And then all the girls are like, why don't we have a crowned field on the turf? It's like, because it's turf. It's not growing.
It's going to be flat.
Yep. And that water just goes right through.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. When we get back on the other side of the break, I'll finish talking about the basketball districts, and then we'll jump into some of the NFL coaching updates and some of the top free agents in the NFL as we are about to approach that part of the NFL year. You guys are listening to The Inside Drive, your home for the Auburn Tigers. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The afternoon underdogs.
Tua has, from my knowledge, has not done well against winning teams. So that is a knock on him. But also, when they seem to get in colder games, the whole team seems to shut down. That may be a leadership issue, head coach freezing on the sideline. I think they need to get tougher.
4 to 6 weekdays. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Thursday. A mixture of slight fog and some sun this afternoon and evening with a wind at 10 miles per hour out of the south-southeast and the high of 68. Tonight, look for slight fog with a temperature near 59. Tomorrow, a high around 69 and slight fog in the morning and then light rain. This weather forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Dothan and Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rate you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? And remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. That's 800-708-3092.
We're starting fresh.
Fresh new start.
Locally sourced, Farm to Radio. The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is live and local. From the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. On ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. All right, jumping right back. Or first off, from 2 to 10 p.m. today over at the Slim Chickens on Tyndall Parkway, proceeds from sales will go to the Ryan Hollins Cancer Support Foundation.
Yeah, they got Wrestling Against Cancer.
Yes,
and
coming
so
up
Jack Patterson has set something up with Slim Chickens over there in Callaway. And so from today, from 2 to 10 p.m., if you go over there and you spend some money, as long as we raise $250 over there at Slim Chickens, a portion of those proceeds will go to help Ryan with his cancer medical expenses.
Yeah, no doubt. Get out there. You guys got to eat. Might as well go over there and do it.
All right, there
Support
you go.
a good cause, absolutely. And of
Bada
course,
bing, bada boom.
Wrestling versus Cancer 10
Yes.
is coming up on February 8th, Saturday
Correctamundo.
at Bay Haven Charter Academy.
Yes, sir.
6 p.m. doors open, 7 p.m.
Doors open at 5:30.
5:30, okay.
Bell time will be at 6:30. But yeah, I mean, you're right there. You're right there. It's gonna be a great time, man. Cali Man was on the air with us this last Friday talking some trash. He's trailer trash as it is, so nothing to worry about there. Preston Veston is gonna take care of business as he always does, and Cali Man is gonna be on fire. Not in a good way, just like the rest of California. Sorry to use that as an example, but that is the example that he has set forth for his trashy tail himself. All right, with that being said, they will be on the Afternoon Underdogs from 4 to 5 this Friday. Ryan Holland will be in the studio.
There you go. There you go. Hopefully they got some water over there at Bay Haven Charter Academy.
They might just have some of that.
I would hope so. 4A District 1 basketball tournament. You got number 1 seed Bay will be playing number 4 seed Pensacola. That's going to be on the 5th of February, which I believe is Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. And then on that same day, you got Fort Walton Beach will be taking on the 3 seed West Florida. Only 4 teams in this 4A District 1 tournament. Winner of those 2 games will go on to play in the championship on Friday, February 7th. Moving on to the 5A District 1 tournament, two teams in there, both here from Bay County, and then others locally across the area. Number 1 seed who gets a bye in the quarterfinals, that is Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington always seems to be, in the playoffs in most sports, from what I've gathered since I've been doing this sports radio stuff. But number 1 seed Booker T. Washington, they got a bye, while Arnold will play Pine Forest. Pine Forest, the number 4 seed, Arnold, the number 5 seed. That'll be Monday, February 3rd at 7 p.m. Mosley, the number 2 seed, also getting a bye. They'll wait the winner of Choctawhatchee and Escambia, which is also on Monday, February 3rd at 5:30 p.m. Again, they'll face Mosley, and then obviously the winner of that game and the winner of the Booker T. Washington and Pine Forest or Arnold, whoever makes it, will play in the championship on Friday, February 7th.
Hey, there we go. Good stuff, man. Let's hey, Arnhem Marlins looking for another one. 8 out of 9 district titles, I believe. So that's crazy if they get the job done.
No doubt. But yeah, go out and support those high school basketball players. Obviously, we've started this Monday middle school segment, which a lot of these names you'll probably be hearing in a few years at a lot of these high school programs here in Bay County. NFL says kickoff rule produced a 57% increase in returns this season. The NFL got the results it hoped for with the dynamic kickoff rules. NFL Executive Vice President Jeff Miller told reporters on Wednesday that the rule change resulted in a 57% increase in kickoff returns compared to the 2023 season. Miller also cited average starting field position improving by several yards, lower injury rates on returns, and more return touchdowns. After the NFL saw the lowest rate of kickoff returns in history during the 2023 season, 22%, the league took steps to address the issue to make sure the play wasn't being treated as a break in the action. The dynamic kickoff was modeled after the XFL rule, featuring coverage units lined up on the return side at the 35-yard line and the return team lined up at the 30-yard line with some minor adjustments to make it stand on its own. Watching the conference championships game this past weekend, I mean, you just, when they kick it in the landing zone and one of those guys has a chance to run up to it, you're just like, you're kind of waiting for him to break it. And, there was a lot of kickoff returns for touchdowns this year. And, at first, a lot of people were like, this is really goofy and really weird. And yeah, it was. It took a little while to kind of get used to it. But obviously, one of the things we always complained about was too many touchbacks, not enough returns.
I think maybe goofy to the eyes, but once your eyes got assimilated to it, used to it, then I honestly really liked it. The more that I watched the way that the kickoff kind of just played out as a beautiful play or whatever you want to call it, I really did enjoy the kickoff there in the NFL. And I think, in about 5 years or so, you'll see that in college football as well, because I think it's the better way to do things, and the only thing that I dislike about it, and this is going to be the problem, and you know exactly where I'm going with this, but the only thing I dislike about it, and the hardest part to fix, is going to be we don't need to notify anyone that we're doing onside kicks.
Yeah.
How do we figure that out?
Yeah.
How do we figure that out once we get that figured out? Because the element of surprise is the best part of an onside kick.
Absolutely.
I.e.
Super Bowl.
Saints and Colts.
Yep.
Right?
That was the opening kickoff, right?
I believe if it wasn't the opening kickoff, it was opening of the second half.
It was a start of one of the halves, It might have been
I believe it was second half.
Yeah. Per the NFL operations website, there were 332 more returns this season, with 59 of those returns resulting in big plays, returns of at least 40 yards, most in the league since 2016. The Houston Texans and Washington Commanders were the most aggressive teams kicking into the landing zone, doing so 60% of the time. There were 7 kickoff returns touchdowns in the regular season compared to 4 last year. The 7 return scores were the most in the NFL since the 2021 season, where they had 9. The exact injury data is not yet been released, but the league reported only 1 concussion on the play through the first 6 weeks of the season. There were a total of 8 concussions on kickoff plays during the 2023 season. So everything that the reasons they did it for seemed to be the results that they got. So, there's a lot of changes year in and year out, and sometimes the changes are for the better. And as David was saying, I agree as well. I think it just makes it more exciting. And, and also when you're playing in some of these outdoor stadiums in the wintertime, when you got a lot of wind and it's freezing cold, that ball's not going to go as far. Right. So you almost have to kick it into the landing zone. So there's a lot of chess going on with some of these teams.
It does make it more of a matchup type situation, and who you're kicking it to is going to be dependent upon, do you kick it in the landing zone or do you give the ball to them at the 30-yard line? I think there's so many different pieces, and again, the only thing that I would like to see changed is please let us have onside kicks whenever and not have to, hey guys, just to let you know, we're going to be doing an onside kick here, so try to stop it if you can.
Yeah, we'll tell you ahead of time. But, that'd be a tough one to figure out given the nature of the setup, but, there's some smart people in the NFL. Hopefully they can put their heads to it and get that figured out. But
I guess you could do like a running start onside kick.
Yeah.
The kicker just starts running from the opposite 35 all the way across midfield and then comes up and just boots it 10 yards.
That'd be good. I mean, because, kicking an onside kick is an art form for these kickers. There's it's kind of like a bunker shot in golf. There's a very specific way, multiple specific ways to try to do it. And some kickers are a lot better at it than others, and that's an advantage if you got a kicker that really knows what they're doing on the onside kick.
Well, how about we just keep it the same, right?
Yeah.
Just all you got to do is boot it 10 yards, and then you go and get it, so the kicker could just go boot it 10 yards every single time. And 100% success rate of the onside kicks now.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it. It's the new trend.
That's it. Everybody just starts with the ball. All right, real quick, I'm going to go through this, just kind of an update on the coaching hirings and throughout the teams. This is in chronological order based on who's recently been hired. We'll start with the New York Jets. Obviously, head coach Aaron Glenn, new general manager Darren Moogie, defensive coordinator Steve Wilks, another former Niner defensive coordinator, special teams coordinator Chris Banjo, and offensive line coach Steve Hayden. Chicago Bears, their head coach, as everybody knows, is Ben Johnson, the former offensive coordinator there with the Ben Johnson, the Detroit Lions.
Offensive coordinator.
They got defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, offensive coordinator Declan Doyle, passing game coordinator Press Taylor.
What a name, Declan Doyle.
And then Press Taylor. Oh, goodness. Declan Doyle, double D. And then the Dallas Cowboys, just one of the most interesting hires all offseason. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer, defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, special teams coordinator Nick Sorensen, linebackers coach Dave Borgonzi, and the defensive line coach... Borgonzi, yeah. Linebackers
B
coach.
or F?
B.
I wonder if he has any relation to new Titans general manager Borgonzi.
I don't know. Defensive line coach Aaron Whitecotton. Defensive passing game coordinator...
Whitecotton, that's his name.
Yeah, that's what it says. Yep.
Whitecotton.
Defensive pass coordinator Andre Curtis, Dallas Cowboys. A lot of new coaches there.
Is that Green Cotton?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's purple. Purple cotton.
Gotcha.
Speaking of purple, Baltimore Ravens, they only have one additional new hire this year, and that's senior secondary coach Chuck Pagano.
Nice. So
former
off
Colts
of
head
the
coach
old
there.
Pat McAfee show, then Chuck Pagano will be. Or maybe
he'll do
brings
both.
a whole nother element to the show.
There you go. Miami Dolphins have added 2, a new special teams coordinator, Craig Aukerman, receivers coach, Robert Prince. The Detroit Lions had to replace their 2 coordinators that both got head coaching jobs. Offensive coordinator, they brought in John Morton, and they brought in defensive coordinator Kelvin Shepard. The San Francisco 49ers brought in 2 new guys. One of them's an old new guy, and very excited about that one. Defensive coordinator Robert Salah is back, and both their defense and special teams were atrocious this past year, and they brought in Bryant Boyer, who was with the New York Jets, working with Robert Salah to try to clean up that special teams a little bit there as well. The Seattle Seahawks hired offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak. He came over from the Saints on January 26th to serve in that same role. Obviously, the Jags, a lot of people have been talking about him. Liam Cohen has been hired, and
Duval.
Coach Ian was asking me about that at the game the other night. He said, "Why was he saying that?" I was like, "It's the county."
Oh, man.
It's the weirdest thing ever.
Right. No, it's not really weird.
Why is it not weird?
I don't think that is weird.
Bang.
All right. Okay. If we had 2 syllables.
Morris.
But that's just how they feel about their county, and so I think that it's awesome, but it's not said Duval.
Yeah.
No.
Duval.
That's exactly how it's said.
We went on
a little more emphasis.
Yeah, we went on a cruise, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago out of Jacksonville. We're on the cruise, and in the hallways, all you hear is Duval, and we had no idea at the time.
Yeah.
So eventually I asked somebody.
And like, why are they saying that?
Yeah.
Are they...
Yeah, it's like, are they big fans of the old golfer? Because,
Oh, yeah, David Duval.
That's where my first thought went. But then they told us. Yeah. And then we went to our first,
You got a whole bunch of people just saying.
Yeah, like running up and down the hall screaming
They got
Duval.
the Oakley glasses on and everything.
I'm like, what is happening? Beth's like, what are they doing? I was like, I don't really know. Let's find out. So we found out. And then, of course, now we've since been to 2 Jacksonville Jaguars games, and they're Duvaling it all game long. But
I think he's going to be a dumpster fire there, man. I hate to say that. You always root for a guy who's getting his first head coaching job. Man, it takes a leader of men, and if you're going to stand on a microphone or sit in front of a microphone and say Duval, and let me just be real, at that like a pansy.
Yeah, just a very kind of not masculine way to do it.
Exactly.
And you want to relate to your fan
Campbell
base.
over there talking about biting kneecaps, and you're over there biting Candy Crushes or something. Like, I don't even know what's the little snow caps. Snow caps. Yeah,
Yes.
the little
I know
terrible tasting chocolates.
Awful.
Yeah,
awful. I know chocolate.
My goodness gracious, bro! Like, that is
not a good way to start with that passionate fan base over there.
Not
either.
at all.
No,
and a lot of the fan base wishes that, especially after getting rid of Balky, like, we didn't need to get rid of, and I'm not a we in this, but still, they didn't need to get rid of Doug Peterson. They just did that, and now you're going to suffer through the consequences.
Yep.
I don't think Liam Cohen is going to be the guy to work out. Hopefully one day they bring back some of the guys that were a part of the early on-standing Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
Tony Baselli, Mark Brunell. Mark Brunell's going to be over there, I believe, with the Jets, maybe. Jets, actually. Hey, get some of these guys back.
Yeah.
At least on the
Fred
staff.
Taylor.
Oh, my goodness. Bring him back for sure.
Yep, no doubt.
And then maybe you have an opportunity. I don't think Liam Cohen is the answer.
Yeah, well, we'll find out. But, not off to a great start in his tenure there with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Going up to the Atlanta Falcons, they've got a new defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, defensive passing game coordinator, Mike Rutenberg, defensive line coach, Nate Ollie. The Las Vegas Raiders, one of the more recent head coaching hires, bringing Pete Carroll back in, and then they have a new general manager, John Spytek. The Cincinnati Bengals have a new defensive coordinator, Al Golden. He was previously Notre Dame's defensive head coach and replaces the fired Lou Anarumo. And then the New England Patriots, they added 3. All 3 head coach and your 2 main coordinators. Head coach, as we all know, Mike Vrabel, offensive coordinator. Coming back to the Patriots, Josh McDaniels.
Funny.
He's just not a head coach. Some people can be head coaches, some people can't.
That's the only, to me, I'm like, Mike Vrabel, why are you going back with Josh McDaniels? You've seen his tenure there without you. I don't know. But hey, the familiarity
maybe
could be the reason.
Comfortability, as you like to say.
Yeah.
And they also brought in a new defensive coordinator, Terrell Williams. The Tennessee Titans, general manager Mike Borgonzi, and special teams coordinator John Fassel. Indianapolis Colts brought in the former defensive coordinator for the Bengals, Lou Anarumo, who I just mentioned. Don't know how he's going to do there for the defensive position there for the Colts. But anyway, the Cleveland Browns brought in offensive coordinator Tommy Rees, as well as a new offensive line coach, Mike Bloomgreen. And then, of course, the big news, Mike McCarthy will not be coaching in 2025.
Taking them a little hiatus.
Maybe play some golf, take a little breather, have a little less stress. I mean, I would take a year off if I had to deal with Jerry Jones for however many years he did.
And not just that, but I would take a year off, too, if the Saints were the only team available for an open job. They have negative $65 million in cap space.
It's just,
ain't no way. How are you going to hire a head coach?
You're not. It's a losing situation.
Exactly.
But looks like I think Kellen Moore is leading the charge in that one.
That would not behoove him.
No.
Do another year with the Eagles, bro.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Because there'll be more opening up next year as well.
Exactly. You're going to be in a better position than what you're going to be in with the Saints, and then all you're going to do is have to go right back to a coordinator position. If I'm thinking like that, okay, the money, all right, I get you. But you're looking at 3 years of that type of money rather than, all right, maybe making $4 million less for a couple of years or one more year, and then you're making bukus of bucks with a better franchise.
Yep, no doubt. No doubt. We got to go ahead and take a quick break. Hopefully we'll see Jay here in the next segment. You guys are listening to The Inside Drive. We appreciate you tuning in. Drive safe out there and enjoy this beautiful weather. We'll be right back.
It's the ESPN Northwest Florida Hall of Arts Magic Express. We're taking a busload of sports fanatics on the ultimate road trip to watch the Orlando Magic play the Sacramento Kings March 29th at the Kia Center. Plus hotel and food during the game. Just open the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app and click Enter Contest. Sponsored by PCB Hobby, Panama City Toyota, Holland Arts, and Fairfield Hampton Inn on Thomas, and Home 2 Suites.
Hey folks, Chris Kramer with Bill Kramer GM. And the best place to listen to the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is inside a brand new vehicle from Bill Kramer GM. And I want you to know we've got 10 times the amount of inventory on the ground as we did this time last year, and darn near all of them are discounted. So shop us online at BillKramerGM.com or visit us the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd. We'll make it easy and take great care of you.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we are rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. $5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
As a realtor, it's important who you choose as your title company. May we suggest South Oak Title? Their offices are modern, comfortable, and state-of-the-art. South Oak Title can close transactions in any location in Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee. Their free mobile app allows realtors to deliver a net sheet in seconds. They provide mobile closing services to accommodate buyers and sellers. Their offices are beautifully decorated, state-of-the-art, complete, safe, and secure. South Oak Title, creating a better title and closing experience through technology and tailored service. Visit them online at southoaktitle.com.
Welcome to the Inside Drive, the next big thing.
It's a big, huge, giant deal.
Sports betting, huge reactions, your calls and real-time coverage of the stories you're following. Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Again, I feel like I'm in like the lobby of a video game waiting to get put into a game. Like,
yeah, it feels like Greg Hastings paintball or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of paintball, that's what Liam, for his next birthday party, he's always planning for his next one, which is many months away. He's like, I want to do paintball. I was like, are you sure, buddy? You ever been shot with a paintball before? I know you haven't.
Do we even have a place?
Yeah,
because we used to have Florida paintball up there off of 77, but I don't know if we like still have one.
Yeah.
I mean, I still got a proto like ready to go, man. Like I think I've only used it one time.
They should have before they demoed the mall. They should have had like a big 24-on-24 paintball tournament inside the mall,
like speedball.
Yep.
Oh, see, like growing up in St. Pete, we not only did we have
you guys
we had woods ball, we had I mean, you name it, we had it there, and so I played a lot of paintball there in St. Pete.
If anybody knows of any paintball still around, holler at me or comment in the Facebook post as well. But, I was like, dude, it doesn't feel great getting shot.
It don't, but it's still
fun.
It don't sting too long.
You take a lick and keep on going. All right, we're going to talk about some of the basketball action. Had some big-time matchups yesterday for a Wednesday in the NCAA. We'll live in the top 25 world, of course, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We are your home for Auburn Tiger basketball. Next game coming up will be Saturday. I believe that's a 1 p.m. tip-off against Ole Miss. So make sure if you're not at home in front of your TV and you want to still hear the action, which basketball radio action is always a blast, especially when it's inside Neville Arena. Now this is at Ole Miss, but yeah. So Auburn behind another big game from who I think is. We're
also going to have North Carolina and Duke.
Ooh,
yeah. So we've got not a double header, but 1 o'clock tip time there for Auburn and Ole Miss, and then North Carolina and Duke. Which North Carolina was struggling a little bit with Pitt the other night.
Yeah,
Duke was struggling with North Carolina State.
Yep. But Duke's still with Cooper Flagg. Just
it's good, fun to watch.
He is. That Duke Auburn game earlier this year was a lot of fun to watch, and that's Auburn's only loss. But Janai Broome had a monster game yesterday: 26 points, 16 rebounds, as well as 3 blocks. And then Cam Carter for LSU led the way with 24 points and 6 rebounds. But Auburn just kept the lead there in the second half, and LSU just couldn't make a big. They got it within 5 at one point. I think it was 55-50. And then Auburn started to pull away a little bit, and the final score in that one, 87-74. So the number 1 team in the country improves to 19-1 and now 17-0 in the SEC. And then you had another top 25 matchup between number 4 ranked Alabama and number 14th ranked Mississippi State. Those Auburn-Alabama games are going to be epic as they approach making that happen. I believe the first one is in Tuscaloosa, but then the last regular season game for both teams is at Neville Arena. That's going to be a tough ticket to get. But the Alabama Crimson Tide held on, scored 44 in both halves to make a total of 88 over number 14 at Mississippi State on the road. 88-84 your final score. Of course, Mike Sears is the one who led the way for the for the Alabama Crimson Tide with 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists. And then Mississippi State's Josh Hubbard, who is having a monster year, averaging 17.3 points per game, went for 38 last night, but was just not enough to have the Bulldogs upset the Crimson Tide. But I'll tell you what, man, the SEC this year, I feel like any team can beat any other team, especially when you're playing at somebody else's house. So despite maybe the record disparities, LSU is now 1-6 in the conference, but still put up a good fight against Auburn. And, I expect Ole Miss, who's in the top 25 as well, to put up a fantastic fight at their home court as well. Houston, number 6 team in the country, beat West Virginia 63-49. The only top 25 upset from last night, if you want to call it an upset, was Maryland over Wisconsin in the Big Ten, 76-68. Texas Tech, number 22 ranked team in the country, and in the Big 12, won 71-57 over TCU. And then Ole Miss held on late to stay. Now they're 5-3 in the conference, 23 in the country. They held on to beat Texas 72-69. Texas now drops to 3-5 in the SEC. And then UConn.
Randy says, go Cards.
There you go. Go Cards. The ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, not the Arizona Cardinals. They are done. The UConn Huskies, number 25 team in the country, won 72-61 over DePaul. Going to be tough. UConn's going to have to make a run here late in the Big East, and then of course in the tournament to have a shot at that would be a three-peat, right? They won back-to-back last couple of years
for UConn.
Yeah,
they would. Yeah, if they won, it'd be a three-peat. Dadgummit.
Hopefully, well, we'll see what happens. Obviously, they're 15-6, 7-3 in the Big East, but they got a lot more opportunity as the season continues on. Little fun fact stat. As you guys know, I love fun fact stats. The Auburn Tigers. Auburn has defeated 7 top 25 opponents this season. That is 2 more top 25 wins than the entire ACC has combined. So Auburn knocking down these quad 1 top 25 teams.
Yeah, getting them Q-dubs.
Left and right. And, if Janai his ankle, he's still quote-unquote nursing it, but doesn't seem to be affecting the big man's play as the Auburn Tigers offense runs through Janai Broome. There's no doubt about it, but their guard play and their play on both sides of the ball is just a lot of fun to watch. And we're getting into the meat and potatoes here, the conference schedules, with about a month away as we get closer to the conference championships. And then one of our favorite things out there, March Madness, and I'm sure we'll have some brackets here through ESPN at Northwest Florida, because it's always fun. I don't know if Jay can do it in college basketball, but if he can do it in NFL, he might be able to do it in college.
If he does basketball. I must smack the smile off his face. I'm in wrestling against cancer 10 mode. So.
Yeah, it's coming up. Coming up on the 8th, right there at Bayhaven Charity Academy. Let's see. We talked about the NFL coaching. Let's see. I haven't got to the top free agents yet, right? We'll dive into that, and hopefully Jay will be here soon. And we'll ask him some questions about the new rule that the PGA Tour just got rid of yesterday.
So it's not a shot clock.
No, it's not a shot clock, but it's something to try to make them play a little faster.
Okay.
We'll see if it actually works. I don't know.
You cannot look at your ball. You can't. You can only address it once. And once you back off.
Hello, ball. That's it. That's all you get.
Hello, ball.
Wonder if did you see that one lineman from Marshall, the defensive guy?
Yeah, just
bull rush over that offensive lineman.
Oh man, talk about making a name for yourself, and because at the Senior Bowl you're dealing with NFL coaching staffs at that point in time, so you got a lot of eyes on you over there,
and with social media,
it
just takes off. It just takes off. But yeah, let's talk about some of these top free agents here in the league. A lot of familiar names that are coming up with some empty contracts and some opportunities to land somewhere else. This is according to ESPN, and Matt Brown's the one that put this together. But T. Higgins, the number 1 free agent, obviously wide receiver from the Cincinnati Bengals, he is entering the 2025 season at just 26 years old. I didn't realize that he was 6'4". I didn't realize he doesn't look that big when he's out there on the field, but 6'4", 219 pounds. Obviously, he's been playing alongside Jamar Chase and hasn't been a true number 1 wide receiver, but could certainly be a number 1 wide receiver for a lot of teams out there in the league. Next, you've got Trey Smith. He's a guard for the Kansas City Chiefs. He'll be 26 entering this upcoming season. He's got a run block win rate of 75.1%, and that ranks 6th among total guards.
Hot dog. That's decent right there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another reason why that Kansas City Chiefs offense is so good. They got a great offensive line. Another offensive lineman in the top free agent list, that is Ronnie Stanley. He is with the Baltimore Ravens. He'll be 31 entering this season coming up. Number 4, you've got DJ Reed. He is a cornerback for the New York Jets. He'll be 28 in the next season coming up. Another familiar wide receiver name there. He'll be 29 going into this season. Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Chris Godwin is a free agent going into this season. Obviously, great hands, just a very trusted receiver there, and has been a nice compliment to Mike Evans. But a lot of executives think that the Bucs are going to try to re-sign Chris Godwin as when you've got him and Mike Evans out there.
Or could he go to the Jaguars and play wide receiver underneath Liam Cohen and Duval?
Yeah. Duval. And then the top quarterback free agent, David Hayes, who's that?
Top quarterback free agent is going to be, Kirk Cousins isn't. I would say Matt Stafford.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, okay.
Sam Darnold.
I would still say Matt Stafford.
Yeah. Is Stafford a free agent coming up this year?
I believe that his contract is up after this year. Actually, it might not be up. It might just be the decision on whether or not he's going to play next year. So with that being said, obviously Sam Darnold is the top. And I think that there's an argument to be made that regardless of who is on the docket this year, Sam Darnold could be the top free agent. But, I mean, if I as a Titans fan, if I had my pick between Sam Darnold, big Sam Darnold guy here, or Matt Stafford, give me the guy who's got the grits.
Yep.
Because I love grits.
Who's been there before.
Yeah.
And who knows how to win the big game.
Right.
And Sam Darnold just quite hadn't. I mean, he's bounced around a lot, so really had a huge breakout season and did a lot. He's got Kevin O'Connell and that offensive staff there at Minnesota because he's going to get paid wherever he ends up landing. A lot of people have him likened to potentially going to either the Raiders or the Giants in this upcoming offseason. I think I'd probably rather go to the Giants. A little more weapons. You got Malik Willis. Not Malik Willis, Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
You got Tyrone Tracy, who really came on through that league, and then you got another wide.
You got Saquon. Oh, no, you don't.
Nope.
The Eagles.
Yeah.
Your arch rival.
Because of your kids. Oh, wild stuff.
No. That's the Jets.
Oh, yeah, that's
the
Woody's.
Kids, actually, for Shane, I believe his name is, they actually said you should move up in the draft and take Jaden Daniels. He's a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback. So, actually...
They got some good insight.
Yeah, you probably should be listening to your old kids, Poppy.
Right. Some other big-time names, free agencies. Got Khalil Mack, edge rusher from the Los Angeles Chargers. Charvarius Ward, also known as Mooney Ward, cornerback for the San Francisco 49ers. He's likely to be landing somewhere else. I think he's probably not going to go back to San Francisco. He's been very public about when he goes back to their facility. He gets a lot of PTSD, obviously, with his 1-year-old daughter passing away. It brings back memories and all that stuff. So, understandable.
That is
and
tough.
he may end up with another team in the 25 season. But he's a stud corner. He's can play great man coverage. He can play great zone coverage as well. Eagles edge rusher Josh Sweat will be a free agent. The Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle Osa, I don't know how to pronounce that one, Odigizwa. He'll be 27 going. I butchered that. Odighizuwa. Good luck with that one. Javon Holland, safety for the Miami Dolphins. He'll be 25 going into the season. Zach Bond, another Philadelphia Eagles linebacker, part of that fantastic defensive core that they have. He's been all over the field, but indeed a free agent going into the 2025 season. And then Trayvon Moehrig, he's a safety from the Las Vegas Raiders. Cam Robinson, offensive tackle there for the Minnesota Vikings. A good one there. I'd love the Niners to bring him in the offseason. Hopefully this guy, although is a free agent, that we re-sign him because him and Fred Warner on the linebacking field out there for the San Francisco 49ers is fantastic, and that is linebacker Dre Greenlaw. You've also got Milton Williams, a defensive tackle from the Eagles. Hassan Reddick, the edge rusher from the New York Jets. He'll be 30 going in this next season. Amari Cooper just signed a 1-year contract with the Bills, so he becomes a free agent. He'll be 31. Man, I can't believe he's 31.
Time flies when you're getting old.
Man. Just feels like it wasn't that long ago I was watching him play on the Alabama Crimson Tide. A lot of NFL guys out there from Alabama.
RBU for sure. They got like 100 more touchdowns than any other school when it comes to
no doubt
to running backs and yardage wise as well. They're just they're crushing the game right now.
Absolutely. Will Freeze, he's a guard from the Indianapolis Colts. He'll be 27 going into the 25 season. He did break his right tibia in week 5, so he's coming back from that injury. But just a fantastic guard there. He's got career best in both pass block win rate 92.4% and run block win rate 74.3%. I'll take that 92% all day long in pass blocking. That'll get your quarterback some time to make some stuff happen. Byron Murphy is the 20th player. That's a free agent right now. He's a cornerback with the Minnesota Vikings. Zach Martin, we all know he is with the Dallas Cowboys. He's getting up there, though. He's 34 years in age going into this season, likely to sign somewhere else. Another San Francisco 49er defensive player that hopefully we re-sign. That's That's Taliona Hufunga. He's a safety for the Niners. He'll be 25 going into this next season, but he's only played 17 games the last 2 seasons because he had a pretty significant injury, and then when he finally came back, got injured again and just really wasn't able to make much of an impact last year. Carlton Davis, former Auburn Tiger there, he's a cornerback for the Detroit Lions. He'll be 28 going into this season. He started 13 games for the Lions before a broken jaw landed him on the injured reserve. I know hockey players sometimes play with broken jaws, but football's a little bit tougher to do that.
Yeah, you got that old chin strap trying to keep the jaw in place, all that good stuff. A little bit tougher, yeah.
No doubt, and a lot more hits to the face probably. Nick Bolton, linebacker from the Kansas City Chiefs, he'll be a free agent. He's 25 going into this season. Rasul Douglas, cornerback from the Buffalo Bills. Stephon Diggs will be a free agent despite the ACL injury taking him out through 8 games this season. Blew his ACL up, and he's obviously coming back from that. So how much of will that affect some of his output in the year coming up? I don't know. I went a little long. We got to go ahead and take a break. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. Patrick Mahomes averages 4 rushes a game in the regular season. Yesterday, he had 11. It's like Mahomes is allowed to finally be free. Like when our parents would say, no curfew tonight. Just be safe. Your friends are in town. That's what Mahomes plays like.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays, ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Thursday afternoon. The rest of the day, a mixture of slight fog and some sun, and 68 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south-southeast at 10 miles per hour. For tonight, slight fog and a low near 59. Tomorrow, slightly foggy in the morning and then light showers and a high around 69. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you tired of hearing 2 weeks when you call to get your boat worked on? Hey folks, it's Chris Kramer with Kramer Marine and Outdoor, and we'll get you in and back out on the water as quick as possible. We're a full-line Yamaha outboard dealer and Suzuki outboard dealer, and we have master-trained certified mechanics on site. So if it's just an annual service, electronics install, trolling motor install, or all the way up to a full repower, we can take care of you. So stop by and see us in the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd next to Bill Kramer GM, or call us at 850-851-0453.
Your home for Super Bowl 59. WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota. ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is thrilled to introduce the newest members of the Panama City Beach Chamber to our vibrant business community.
Welcome to the Beach Chamber. Bendion Best Moves, Peer Group Consulting, Tempest Group Incorporated, The Grocery Kitchen and Tap Room, Found Marketing Firm, Mr. Beach Team, LPT Realty, Precision Care Chiropractic, and Sweet Frog Premium Yogurt PCB.
We're here to support your success and help you connect with our community.
Congratulations from ESPN Northwest Florida.
And the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce, reaching Bay County and beyond.
Skyrockets in flight. And now, the afternoon delight debrief with the 3 degenerates from the Inside Drive. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
Afternoon delight.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Skyrockets in flight. Afternoon delight.
And welcome back to listen to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida, 104.3 in Panama City and Panama City Beach, 101.9 in Port St. Joe. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Search it up, ESPN Northwest Florida. We stream live every day. You can watch or listen. Go back and watch it after the fact, whatever you want to do. We just appreciate you if you listen or follow one way or another. There's several different ways to check us out every day. And, of course, we got the Coach James Hale Show from 7 to 9 every morning. Then the Inside Drive right here from 11 to 1. The Afternoon Underdogs from 4 to 6 p.m. Hopefully we hear a buzzer on our door here pretty soon, as 2 days ago Jay said he'd be here about 11:45, but I'm guessing that he stopped off somewhere on the way into the studio.
Yeah, probably to pick up Sailor, huh?
Yeah, or maybe get himself something to eat. Although I did pass him on my way in today.
So we know that you're alive, Jay.
Yeah, we know you're out
Get
there.
your tail here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're running out of time. We no Keith today, so you don't have that excuse. Also, want to just reminder, download our free mobile app inside the Google Play or Apple Store. 104.3 is all you got to search up. While you're there, if you already got it downloaded and you've already entered the contest, good job. Hopefully, you'll have a chance to win, you will have a chance to win. Hopefully, you do win. And then, of course, if you want to enter that, was that the beep, beep, beep?
It was. Now the question is it Jay or is it not Jay?
Let's see.
NJ or Jay?
There he is.
My goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen. It is Jay Henley walking into the studio at approximately 12:03:45.
Good thing I didn't hold my breath for that 11:45, or I'd be passed out by now. He's got the old fake bucks again. He's keeping them in business. Jay Bird?
Good afternoon.
Afternoon indeed. Afternoon. Good. First big question.
Yes.
Everybody wants to know, how is Miss Saylor doing?
She is groggy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
She's acting like about a 12-year-old golden retriever right now.
Yeah.
She is
sleepy.
But
she's still getting up and going outside and all that?
She did make it. She did make it outside this morning.
Good.
So that was good.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a different dog maybe later on this afternoon.
Once that gets out of her system, sometimes it takes a little while.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a little while. David, do we have a caller on the line? All right, who do we got out there?
Ryan Conrad.
Oh, Coach Moon. Long time no see. How are you doing?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Oh, doing good. Now that Jay's here, I'm doing even better.
There you go.
Hey, Coach.
Did you see your text that I sent you a couple of minutes ago?
I don't believe so.
Check it.
All right.
Read it live on the air, Ryan.
I will.
Yeah.
Well, scholarships for football at Bay High from 1995. Calvin.
Yeah, you were talking about how crazy job that Mosley's doing, and they're doing a wonderful job. But look at that list.
Yeah, no doubt. Calvin Parks, Linderwood, Shane. Do we know the last name on Shane?
Oh, crap.
I know.
Christian.
Obviously, if you knew it, you would have put it. Shane Christian. Lindenwood as well. Ryan Kotek, Lindenwood. Gordy Pongratz, Lindenwood. Chris Myers, Georgia Tech. Kevin Findlay, Lindenwood. Spencer Milton, Army. Anwar Stewart, Kentucky. Eric Kelly, Kentucky. Kenny Kelly, Auburn. Brian Humphrey, Texas A&M. Michael Patterson, Arizona. Chris Moore, Bethune-Cookman. And then, of course, your son, Jared Moon, FSU. That's a pretty nice lineup there. Pretty formidable teams you guys had in those mid to late 90s.
We were good coaches then.
You still are. Just a little older on the grandfather time. That's all. You've been playing a lot of golf, Coach?
Every day.
There you go.
You know, I'm hearing it. Are you ever coming back, or are you done?
Well, it depends on how much more treatments I have to do, because I'm actually doing chemo right now as we speak, but I still got several cycles of things to go through. So I don't know at this point, but I would like to, because obviously I've been doing golf since I was 16 years old. Really don't know anything else besides that working. I did have a small stint when I was in college doing some cold call surveying. For at the time $10 an hour, so that was a lot of money, and I did four hours a day for a couple days a week, and it gave me enough money to buy beer and all that stuff.
Just on my own experimenting, I've changed my grip and got a lot stronger with my grip, and bought a new driver. Got a Cobra, which I would highly recommend for seniors, and I've probably put an extra 30 yards on my drive.
Shoo, 30? That's insane.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Well, you when you make that grip a little stronger, as long as you're not, flipping that club too hard, usually you get a little more club head speed. And yeah, you're right. I'm guessing the overall weight of that Cobra driver is fairly light to help increase club head speed as well. That's a point, and that's a tip of the week that Jay maybe would have got to at some point. But the older you get, obviously you can't move the club as fast. That's just the reality of it. So you reduce the weight of your driver, and that does what, Jay?
Let's see.
Helps you slice it.
increases
club hits.
Boom.
Club
Yeah,
hits,
there you
thank
go.
Turkey.
There you go. Golfwithjay.com, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, 1995, Coach. That was pretty impressive there from Bay, and hopefully we can. I feel like we're moving in the right direction here in Bay County, and a lot more
exciting across the board, really, for Bay County football. Yeah,
no doubt.
Between that 93, 94, 95 team, we had 33 scholarship players.
Man, that's impressive stuff. Impressive stuff.
But that was before all the schools were opened in Bay County.
Like
there were just 3 schools in the county.
Like that one that Jay coaches their golf team.
Yeah, it starts with an A.
Yeah.
Homeschool Haven.
Homeschool Haven. There you go. There you go.
Well, when we finished the 99 season, we had 42 seniors coming back, and we thought we were going to be really, really good. We went through spring practice, and they opened Arnold, and then after they opened Arnold, said they were going to take them 9 through 12 instead of 9 through 10 like most schools do. We then had started the season with 18 total ball players.
Man, surprised you and Coach Hale did a radio show together for so long.
Well, it took about 20 years to get over it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, well, Coach, it was great to hear your voice. Appreciate you sharing that info with us here, because I love to share that kind of stuff. And hopefully I'll get to see you sometime soon. And, I know you're done with golf by about 8:15. So, come by and stop by and see us one time here on the Inside Drive. Go ahead, Jay.
Ryan, give him a Go Dogs on the way out. Come on, you can do it.
I'll give the same Go Dogs as Liam Cohen did for Duval. Go Dogs.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, goodness.
We're a basketball team now and mediocre at that.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's just goes to show how quickly things can change. So when you're at the top, you've got to relish and enjoy it. Coach Moon, we appreciate you giving us a shout. Again, thank you for that information, and hopefully we'll get to see you sometime soon.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jay, so Sailor's doing good. Groggy. Hopefully she'll be back to normal when you get home later this evening.
We'll see. I mean, Dr. Carson said, look, 10 days of stressful activities. So I don't think there's a lot of, I don't think she can do a stressful activity. Yeah. I mean, running or whatever.
Well, it takes a while for all that to get out of your system.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. But, I mean, I was looking deep into her eyes last night, and I don't know. She was not on the third rock from the sun.
Yeah.
She was maybe 7th rock from the sun.
She was on a different planet. Planet. But she will thank you for it, at some point. For sure.
She will.
Yeah.
I think right now it's almost like, hey, what'd you do to me?
Yeah.
I stay away from me.
Yeah. I'm not going to trust you for a couple of weeks.
Right.
Just tell her to blame me and David, and it was not anything to do with you. So, all right. You got any afternoon delight debriefs? I know you just walked in. I'll get us started. You can do what you got to do. This is from News Channel 8 WFLA down there in Hillsborough County near Tampa. TGH patient's hands filled with cholesterol after he ate 6 to 9 pounds of cheese and butter for months. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing, and a patient at Tampa General Hospital found that out the hard way when he overloaded on cheese and fats for his carnivore diet. An article published in JAMA Cardiology said a man in his 40s had been suffering from yellowish nodules on his palms, soles, and elbows after going on a carnivore diet for about 8 months. The article was written by Dr. Konstantinos Marmakiolis, an interventional cardiologist for Tampa Heart and Tampa General Hospital, as well as 2 other doctors. The patient adopted a carnivore diet approximately 8 months before a presentation. An abstract from the article said his dietary habits included a high intake of fats consisting of 6 to 9 pounds of cheese, sticks of butter, and additional fat incorporated into his daily hamburgers. Initially, the man experienced weight loss, increased energy, and mental clarity, but he ended up having to go to Tampa General after his limbs began showing painless nodules, according to Vice in the article. The JAMA article found the patient's cholesterol level exceeded 1,000 milligrams per DL. That's milligrams of cholesterol per deciliter of blood. This massive increase from his baseline of 210 to 300, for reference, the Cleveland Clinic states that a healthy individual should have a total cholesterol level of under 200 milligrams per deciliter of blood. So he was at 1,000, Jay.
Jeez.
And, that carnivore diet's got some merit to you will lose weight because you're heavy protein, heavy fats, and that kind of stuff. But to do that much each day for 8 months.
And what was he eating? He was eating cheese and butter?
Butter, and basically meat. But yeah, the picture shows he's got like yellow. Anywhere there's a crease in his hand, it's like bright yellow.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So I guess he just has a massive amount of cholesterol in his body, and I guess that's what it does.
Man.
So if you're going to do the carnivore diet, just don't take it to that extreme.
Yeah. No, that's insane.
Insane indeed. So I just wanted to share that one as I came across that. You seem to have more.
Do you eat a lot of cheese?
Not a ton, but I do have cheese daily.
Yeah.
Usually a slice of cheese on a sandwich, and then the occasional Polly-O string cheese, because those still exist in our house because the kids both love that. So.
Cheese toast. Do you go the Kraft single way, or do you just sprinkle the shredded cheese on? Because I can't do the Kraft single. I don't know why. It just doesn't taste as good.
Well, it's not good cheese. That's why.
Yeah.
Now, if you have like real cheese,
right,
like a nice Colby Jack or something like that, Sargento. Yeah. But if you don't have sliced cheese, the alternative, you can certainly go with the sprinkled cheese as well. Cheese.
And then just kind of burn it a little bit.
Yeah, put it in the microwave, put it in the oven, toast it up for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just enough to let it melt. Not burn, but melt.
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
Just curious.
No.
Yeah, just,
I'm glad you were curious.
Just curious.
Yeah.
I mean, I got one here, but I don't know if it...
Well, it is the Afternoon Delight debrief segment.
I don't know. New York City's, and I don't know why New York City is involved in this one, but it says New York City's most beloved breakfast sandwich may raise dementia risk by 13%.
Ooh.
What the heck?
If it's still good, though, I'm diving.
Yeah, so, and this is it. So it's a bacon, egg, and cheese, but New Yorkers who rely on a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich to start their day, I've done that quite a few times.
Most days I do have a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
I had one this morning.
May be concerned by new research suggesting a link between processed meat consumption and a heightened risk of dementia. A team of researchers over at that Harvard University analyzed data from 2 long-term studies dating back to 1976. The research, which examined the dietary habits of approximately 170,000 nurses and other healthcare professionals, adds to growing concerns over a health risk associated with processed meat, a key ingredient in the iconic New York breakfast staple. So I guess that's just a New York City staple is a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
That whole area up there in the New York, New Jersey areas, breakfast sandwiches are paramount.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Huh. We've talked about that before.
Okay.
Bacon, egg, you got pork roll, egg, and cheese as well, and I love the bacon, egg, and cheese on a salt bagel. Good stuff. But yeah, if it's, not... That's the thing with... And that's kind of what we're dealing with right now, right? Literally right now is the food we eat, the processed food, the chemicals, the additives, the steroids, the, insecticides, all that stuff that's part of our food. That's not good for human beings, and it just sounds like this is a small microcosm of what that is talking about.
So, the study suggests that substituting bacon with fish. What about a grouper, egg, and cheese?
It just does not sound appealing.
That actually sounds pretty good. Is there any place around here that has grouper, egg, and cheese, or salmon, egg, and cheese?
I don't know. But salmon's more common in breakfast.
Is it?
Lox and all that stuff.
Yeah. A tuna, egg, and cheese.
Or like a yellowfin, like an actual tuna steak, but none of that.
There's no fish breakfast sandwich.
It's just when you fish breakfast sandwich just doesn't make sense.
But if it decreases dementia,
if you just change your diet in general and don't eat processed foods, that'll go a long way.
That's true.
It's kind of the battle we're fighting right now in this country.
Yeah.
But yeah. Grouper, egg, and cheese. Somebody's going to steal that idea. It's going to sell like hotcakes.
It's phenomenal. I love grouper.
You a big grouper guy, huh?
Do you like grouper?
It depends.
It's how it's cooked.
Yeah. And I had a not so good grouper one time, so I've been a little hesitant since then. And it was fresh.
Undercooked?
I don't know. It was just, it was in Carabel, and it was one time when we were at St. James Bay doing some stuff for them. And it had just come in off the boat, too. It's not like it wasn't fresh, but something with the way they prepared it just didn't go well with what I was hoping for. And
you remember it.
Oh, I remember it. You always remember those moments when you have something that doesn't agree with you or it just doesn't go too well.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. Whew. All right, this is just an interesting one. Lost my. The people born between 1975 and 1995 are the most special generation of all time. Here's why. They were born between two generations, one before the internet and one before technology took control, and the following generation. The generation before 1985 was old school and believed in hard, consistent work, while the next generation believes in smart work. This generation had seen it all: radio, television, Mario Bros., Nokia, cassettes, VHS, DVDs, Nintendo, PS4, video stores, Netflix, Snapchat, and virtual reality. This is the generation that knows traditions and questions and judges based on reasoning. The previous generation didn't ask questions, and the next one doesn't know tradition. The bridge between the industrial era and the internet age, they understand both sides based on experience. This generation should be leading everything. The older generation doesn't understand what's happening now, and the next generation doesn't know where they have come from.
Very interesting.
Very true, right? Very true. That makes me think of the, when during the holiday season, our generation's always been, hey, can you take a look at my phone and fix this? Or, my TV's not working right. Can you take a look? We're always tech support. In the winter breaks. I don't know how much you do, but, your TV's not even on the wall.
I don't know. It's weird. It's crazy. I don't know. It's like if you're if you're born in the 70s or 80s, like you live to work, and like it feels like this newer generation, you work to live kind of thing or whatever.
Or you just work from home.
Or work from home. Yeah,
you're starting to see a lot of that change now, though.
Yeah,
where people are having to show up again for your jobs, and they say COVID was to blame for that, But anyway, we got to go ahead and take a quick break, Jay. When we get back, we're going to talk about the NBA All-Star Game coming up. You know what happens tonight?
Let's see, Thursday night.
TGL.
No. No.
Tomorrow's golf league. So lame.
Actually,
you know what? We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about something else.
Okay.
But you are listening to The Inside Drive, and we will indeed be right back.
It's the ESPN Northwest Florida Hall and Arts Magic Express. We're taking a busload of sports fanatics on the ultimate road trip to watch the Orlando Magic play the Sacramento Kings March 29th at the Kia Center. Plus hotel and food during the game. Just open the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app and click Enter Contest. Sponsored by PCB Hobby, Panama City Toyota, Hall and Arts, and Fairfield Hampton Inn on Thomas, and Home 2 Suites.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Thursday afternoon. The rest of the day, a mixture of slight fog and some sun, and 68 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south-southeast at 10 miles per hour. For tonight, slight fog and a low near 59. Tomorrow, slightly foggy in the morning and then light showers and a high around 69. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we are rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. $5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMITTED.
Olivia here, and right now is the right time to put yourself in a brand new Toyota, where you can get 3.99% APR on the stylish and affordable RAV4, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Get 2.99% on the bold Tacoma, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Or get 2.99% on the hard-working 2025 Tundra. We've got the perfect Toyota for you, right here at Panama City Toyota.
Offer ends February 3rd. For details, visit PanamaCityToyota.com.
Suffer from political talk radio fatigue?
We know that over the 49% rate, the U.S.
Tune into the most fun and exciting new radio show on the Gulf Coast. It's The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. From the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
And we are back to listen to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Again, we appreciate all the pup pictures that made it to our Facebook page, but I think I got it off there. There was a bot that snuck in there and commented on every one of your posts. Don't click on that because that is not real. That's not us. They tried to copy us, and that's just the world we live in right now with social media. Is every time you post something about a game, somebody's like, oh, watch it here. You know, there's just so much. If it looks suspicious, it is suspicious. That's just how it goes. Don't trust it. Same thing with emails. I don't need your bank account number, Jay.
No.
Does happen often within organizations.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you changed your direct deposit information. Please send me the updated bank account.
Yeah, what's that Social Security number looking like there, Jay Bird?
That's right. That's right. You don't want my Social Security number.
Back on May 6th of 2024, Jay messaged ESPN Northwest Florida with a laughing face.
Nice.
For real?
Yeah.
For real.
Also, this morning, Ryan, you messaged the station.
I did.
I'm going through the messages of the station if you can't tell.
I believe that is Instagram pulling over from like a liking of an Instagram story or something.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'm on all Meta right now.
All Meta.
All
the whole
Meta.
kit and caboodle.
Boy, I don't go to the fields. I go to the all Meta.
All Meta.
Are you the AI police? Is that what you are?
No, I'm not. I have nothing to do with any of this. Just sometimes get a little curious.
I got you.
When I saw Sue Mulvey, I was like,
yep,
gotta go check that one out.
So hopefully she did not get.
Well, she said done with a question mark.
I'm thinking she was asking like, when's the contest over?
Oh,
Bone Crusher?
Nah.
When's the contest over?
This Friday.
Oh, this Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it say that in the post?
It says it right there on the that piece of paper that you're reading.
Oh.
In parentheses.
Parentheses.
Yeah, look at the top of the page.
Just read one at a time. Do not do laundry list.
No, not that page. The other page. The one that right to the right of that one right there. Turn that around for me.
Turn around.
Yeah, that's the one right there.
This is the ESPN. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the pet photo.
Oh,
when are we
that
awarding
one?
the gift
Oh.
certificate? People want to know. That's what I was thinking she was saying. Like,
No, we're never going to end that one.
All
That
right.
one's going to go
I just
until
want pup pictures. for
January
days.
30th of 2026.
Year-long contest.
There's a pet
And
photo?
we want a new updated photo next year.
Yeah,
around
we
this
want to
time.
compare how your dog aged over a year.
And if you ain't feeding them right, then we're taking them home.
That's right. That's right. Oh, good.
Sailor's mind, baby.
We didn't even get a picture of Sailor on the page.
Yeah, no. How did we not get coned up Sailor?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, Dr. Carson did say yesterday. So she's 50 pounds, right? And
That's
so
it?
she's a small.
Yeah,
she's
she is small.
It's a small veterinarian.
And right. But she said that she was in really good health. I mean, for that, I've had people come up to her to me and basically like, your dog's malnutrition or whatever, and like, no, I just don't feed her table food. And we
which
go
is
for,
good.
Yeah, and we
Which
go
is
for
good.
walks
Yeah.
and. You know,
You actually
walk her?
You actually take care of your dog.
Or does she walk you?
Well, a little bit of both, but 3 miles a day is what I try to do. But,
It's impressive.
try.
You ever go across the bridge and back?
No,
You don't go over yonder?
no.
Over yonder.
She'd be chasing cars all the time.
Oh, dude, if she's chasing cars on the bridge, she's got to go over the a little brick, what do you call that,
Median,
barrier?
or- yeah, the barrier.
Wow, yeah. Yeah.
She's got some
That's
pops.
bad ownership, bro.
Oh, well.
You're going across the bridge here pretty soon, aren't you?
Back today?
Yeah.
Yeah, making the big move. Oh, I get it. The golf team.
I could not fill Coach Moon's shoes over there, so that's why.
That's why you left?
Yeah.
There are no
I
big
never-
shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Is Coach Moon coaching the golf team over there?
He was before Jay.
before
And then Jay
Jay,
couldn't
yeah.
live up to that.
Yeah.
So that's why he went to
you're
Arnold.
Basically, Kaylin, to board yourself. You got a little bored of not being able to fill the shoes.
Yep.
See, and I can fill Paul Zusner's shoes, right?
Anybody can fill those shoes. I doubt he's listening, but
I don't know.
he might be. He might be. Oh,
Someone
Paul.
will tell him.
Oh,
Someone will
Paul.
tell him.
Yeah.
He's a hoot.
He is a hoot. Yeah.
Oh man,
selling what? He's a sales rep for
chicken wings.
No.
Well, you said he was a hoot, so I thought he worked at Hooters.
Nope. Doesn't have the body for Hooters.
You could be a salesman enough.
He works for Stitch. Stitch.
Stitch.
Yes, thank you.
Stitch. Not Lilo and Stitch, but Stitch, the golf side of Stitch.
The high-end stuff.
Yeah, that's that high-dollar stuff.
Yeah.
It's like,
But hey, it keeps up though. You put it in the washer and the dryer. You can. I mean, the collar stays up. I mean,
longevity.
I'm not trying to sell Stitch by any means, but that's just.
Well, you're not. I mean, unless you're going to fill his shoes in that. Just keep following him, whatever he's doing. He's getting married. Or did he get married? He's getting married.
I don't know. Follow them shoes, Jay.
That's what I'm saying. It's all coming together. It's all coming together.
Let's talk NBA.
No.
NBA. That's what you want to talk today?
Yeah.
Jay, I don't know if you saw this. You probably did. But the PGA Tour plans to let players use rangefinders during rounds.
That's ridiculous.
It's not going to help.
It doesn't help?
It's not.
It doesn't help you none?
It's not going to help the pace of play.
Oh, the pace of play.
That's why they're doing it.
That's going to make it longer. I mean, the caddies, right? They're out there. They know, like, you know,
they got to walk off the yardage, though.
right? But they walked it off like a million times. Most of them, right?
Yeah.
So, what? I mean,
well, it's just
I don't
you
like
get
it.
to your
I don't like
spot,
it.
you hit it, you know what you got to do.
yeah, but if you don't hit the flag stick correctly, right, and you miss and you hit the house behind it or a tree behind it, right? Happens
I'm sure
all the
they'll
time.
have the high quality rangefinders.
Okay. All right. Listen, you've been there a time or two, and I haven't. All right, it's okay. What I will say though is I don't like this. You're a professional, right? We're not giving aluminum bats to the baseball players. We're not playing flag football at the NFL quite yet, unless it's the Pro Bowl, right? We're not lowering the goal down from 10 feet to 9 feet.
Ooh, that would be something.
In the WNBA, okay? In the WNBA, it already looks like it's 9 feet in the NBA.
Yeah.
All right. Play the game of golf the way that it was intended to be played, which is without a rangefinder. The fact that we can get out here and still shoot miles over 100 using a rangefinder, y'all don't deserve it.
Yeah.
You don't deserve it. And you need to get on the Live Tour ASAP so that we can get rid of them daggum rangefinders. You know what? You use a rangefinder on TGL? Do you?
No, they don't have to because they got the yardage from the simulator.
You got to zoom on in on that bad boy, don't you?
It just tells you right there.
No wind having. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Yeah, you love a league that doesn't even have conditions.
Oh, I watched that thing, Jay, and I
heard David.
Despicable.
He was like, he's trying to blow some wind down there to
That's exactly
Fort
what I was
Lauderdale or
doing.
whatever it is.
It's something.
Pompano Beach.
It's something that's been around forever, right? And I'll give you some examples. I got an example yesterday from somebody. There was a guy named Glenn Day from the '90s. You remember that name?
I remember the name.
That's my middle name.
They called him All Day. And Steve
He would
Wiley
take forever.
He would take forever. Think about the Sergio Garcia gropes back in. I mean, he groped that club.
I don't think the word
grope.
I like it. I like it.
David approves.
Passes.
It's fine. It passes. Yeah.
Or whatever. I mean,
I haven't.
Give me another word for it. I mean, like
just regripped,
finesse, or regripped. Yeah,
groping is.
I like grope right there. I do.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I think it's beautiful. I think that. I feel like that's a word of the day. Grope.
Grope. Use it in a sentence. Hopefully, Jay doesn't grope any of the love connection contest.
I was going to say Sergio Garcia gropes the club, but
that U.S. Open though during Wingfoot, it was like he had the yips with the regrips and the waggles.
They never did anything about it.
No, the PJ, they'll never do anything about it. They're a bunch of pansies.
Yeah.
Now they're like, the people in the back, and I'm here in the back.
You use your rangefinder. We're not going to give you a shot clock. Use your rangefinder. It'll go faster.
When are they going to start playing fling golf on the PGA Tour, dadgummit?
That's a good sport. I like that.
Have you ever played it?
I never have. I like watching it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You a big fling golf watcher, are you?
He's
through reels.
Through reels,
yeah.
hey.
Your whole life is
keeping it real with the reels, baby.
FRFR.
FR.
FAF.
IYK.
Yep. Oh, Jay.
So if you don't know, now you know.
That's right. Comprende.
Do you think it'll speed up play? Obviously, David is very anti this, which I like.
Adamant
I love
against
it. And you guys were just talking about rangefinders with Alan Watson.
Well,
the other
yeah, you
day.
can get you a Bushnell when you yourself, you know, the people listening, they play golf terribly just like I do. Yeah, go get you one. You need that. You need it.
You might as well know how far you're not
probably
going to hit
need
it.
that when you're driving. Like, and I'm not talking about with the club. I'm talking about when you're driving. You need to see how far that car, the next one in front of you, is in front of you. Stop a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
But they are legitimately the 0.0005 of golf population. They are the ones that actually need it.
Okay. So you're going to disagree with me straight up.
All of us don't need the rangefinder. We need a 10 to 15 yard like guesstimation.
Now, I agree with that. I think people get so caught up on that number, and that's why we've talked about this before in all seriousness. If it's 175 yards to that flag, you hit it with the number, now you know it's 175, versus back in the day, you would look at the sprinkler head and it would say 175, 185, and, you know, let's call it 165. Yeah, it was a 20-yard green.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see that 175 number. Okay, I hit my 7-iron 175, so I'm going to pull my 7-iron. How often do not tour golfers hit it in the center of the club face? Not very
100% of the time.
Yeah, 100% of the time, all the time.
Yep.
It's like
Game
sex
improvement wedges.
Yeah. Gaw.
But that 0.7, that 0.8 that you see in your rangefinder, I mean, come on, guys. Come on. It's a game of mistakes. I mean, like that.
Club up, people. Jay Henley's tip of the week. Club up.
Yep.
That's it.
right.
You think you hit that? Hit the next one.
I think that's a Ben Hogan tip.
Yeah. Man, that guy could hit golf balls.
He could.
I disagree with you so heavily, even though you're a golf pro and you know much more about this sport. Both of you guys do. I hate it. I hate it. You're a pro.
It's
and
gonna
you
be-
got a caddy. You got a caddy.
That's a good point.
That's a great
So what
point.
are the caddies going to be one using the rangefinders?
Yeah. How do we feel about this? Don't ask me. I hate it.
I know. We know. We know. I wonder if anybody's commenting on Facebook.
No, seriously, Jay.
No.
Who uses it? Is it the pro golfer? Is it the guy who's got his PJ Tour card, or is it the caddy? Don't get me upset on this again.
Well, I mean, it's determined as...
Did you come down? I didn't realize you came down from being upset.
No, I'm...
So
I am.
you said
I'm
again.
down set now.
You're down set.
Well, it all starts on number one tee box. Who is in control? Is it the caddy or the player? That's the first thing that
It's
has
TV.
to be.
Follow the money.
Yeah. Well, you know where I'm coming from, Mulvey. I mean, from a caddy, who's going to make the decisions?
It depends on the relationship with the particular caddy.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah, because
What
some
of his Bones?
Bones McKay.
He's more of a CEO. Like, you're going to do what Bones is going to say.
And that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But do you actually think it'll speed up play?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because it's the pre-shot routine. It's all that.
It's groping the club.
Yeah.
These guys are groping the club too much.
Sergio, but Sergio's on the live tour, so
what's not Xander? Who is it? Cantlay.
Yeah,
'Cause he can't lay up.
Yeah.
Right. He has to take jump shots, and
make sure
it's
your arm goes
ridiculous.
straight up, elbow pushes to the sky, Jay.
A magic elbow.
Can't never could.
Can't never could.
Can't never
Corey Pavin was brutal as well. He was extremely slow. But yeah, the PGA Tour is there's so much stuff in the news, so much flack that they're taking for how slow it's been to start this year.
I mean, they might as well call that tomorrow's golf league because by the time they get the shot off, it's going to be tomorrow.
Nice. I still can't believe it's called tomorrow's golf league. I really thought it was the golf league.
That's what I thought till yesterday.
Yeah. You weren't here yesterday.
Or the day before.
He learned.
Yeah.
He learned. He listened to the show. I passed you on the way home yesterday, and I passed you. You didn't see me because you were already going around the turn, but I saw the cup in your hand, and I knew it was you. Because there's a lot of other white Nissan Frontiers out there, but yours is very distinct because you always got the cup in your hand.
Yeah, and I've got that dent in the back that they got the palm tree.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Can't forget about the palm
That's
tree.
freaking great, man.
It's really not. But I'm gonna put a plaque on that tree. Jay
I dropped you off over there that one day.
one time, and then you backed into it's. I will say,
a palm tree does not give. I can promise.
No,
you.
and it does not belong there either. It definitely does not belong
It
there.
gives leaves that are, actually gives bees every now and again.
Yeah,
Right?
When they
get
when they
those little,
seed, yep. And then you try to go up there with a pulse on, cut them down, and then the seeds fall on your head, and all the bees like, and you're like, this is terrible. Palm trees look good, but they're a pain in the butt to maintain.
And didn't find no daggum honey when I was looking up there, neither.
Now you
the
can.
palm tree?
Well, in the bee's nest.
Oh.
But most of the time they're wasps.
Yeah, typically. You can eat the palm hearts, though. It's just tough to get to that.
Huh.
But Naked and Afraid, when they find palm trees, they'll hack it down, and then the middle, inside the heart, you can eat that. It's nutritious.
We'll try that.
So there's only one palm heart?
I think it runs all the way through the trunk. I'd have to double check that, though. Like, I don't know that off the top of my head.
Let's go cut one down out back here.
All right.
You got a chainsaw on you? I got a sawzall in the back of my truck.
Sawzall?
I got a chainsaw in my storage shed.
I don't even.
They use a machete though on Naked and Afraid because they don't have chainsaws.
Well, guess what? We're clothed and
yeah, we're wearing clothes and we are not scared.
Clothed
at
and
all.
courageous.
Yeah, there you go. Starting the new one there, the new show. But yeah, it just seems like the PGA Tour is being very reactionary right now when it comes to this whole slow play narrative. Why not just initiate a shot clock? Why are they so terrified to do a shot clock?
That's not the game of golf, though.
Either's using a rangefinder.
Agreed.
Yeah, we know.
Get me upset
we
again.
know again. Third time.
Yeah. But seriously though, that's not the game of golf, right? Like the game of golf, like, and I appreciate it. Now, listen, it goes right back to the rangefinder. Your perception on that, or your take on that, I would use for everyday golf. Listen, if you're not breaking par, stop it. Hit the ball.
Yeah.
Step up.
Thank you, David Hayes.
And hit the ball. All right, because you taking all that time, you're actually making your shot worse 9 times out of 10.
Thank you.
For the guys who are playing and they're sitting there on national television and they're playing for their future
buku dollars,
in the game of
yeah.
golf, the money, the purses, yeah, take your daggum time because it took you a long time to get there. For the people who paid to go play golf, stop it.
Play faster.
Goodness gracious.
Hey, man. Let's go.
I'm on one today, brother.
Yes, you
In
are.
the golf segment, too, nonetheless.
I know. What else you want to talk about? Let's go.
Well, listen.
We talked about stuff till you got here.
Putting, okay? Putting. Why in the world do y'all got to even address it and dress up and go, baby?
Yep.
Hit the daggum ball.
Walk up to that ball and say, hello, ball.
And why are
then
we
just
taking
hit
any
it.
practice swings?
Waste
Any
of-
of you
waste of
guys?
time.
No, y'all are professionals, so y'all are good.
That's a very loose
It
term.
might be loose, all right, but sometimes lefty loosey, righty tighty, okay? And today
Every
is
time, not sometimes. Every time. I haven't found one that's the opposite. Now, I haven't done any construction overseas.
Well,
but,
sometimes you
or in
got
Australia.
certain times where you do have to go the opposite if it's threaded the opposite way. But
True.
9 times out of 10, you're 100% right. But yeah, why are we taking
Am I
practice swings?
90% right?
Come on,
Yeah,
Alex,
that's
you
true.
didn't even go to the range for this round.
Well, and you know,
My
the folk
goodness.
out there, I'm not trying to call out people, but the folk
I am.
out there, yeah,
Give
clearly.
me a name.
That'll take a practice swing, and it won't be a good practice swing.
Yeah.
And they have to do it
And
again.
they have to do it again. And it's like, your practice swing is not an indication of what you're going to do when you address that ball.
Right.
A practice swing, like you say, if you are taking one, 50% swing, you're really just trying to get the feel and the tempo of what you need to do when you step into that shot.
Like dadgummit, you birdied the first hole, and then you got 17 bogeys after that. How you feeling, brother?
Yeah, you
My goodness, all because of them practice
Shot a little
swings.
89. A little
That's
89
right.
there.
Hey, I would love for an 89. That
A
would
lot of
make
people
my
would.
day.
A lot of
That would
people
make my
would.
day.
Oh, goodness.
It ain't that funny, Jay. Come on now.
Yeah, hey, man.
I'm getting lessons with golfwithdave.com.
That's
actually.
right. That's right. Yes, sir.
Because golfwithdavid.com is too long.
Oh, way too long.
Or it's already taken. That URL's already taken. There's other, when I searched up golfwithj.com trying to find that picture.
Oh, boy.
There's other Golf with J's.
No way.
Yeah. Seriously. We got to take a break. You do some research while we take this break. When we get back, we're going to talk about some of the local action tonight, as well as the Pro Bowl games coming up tonight. You guys listen to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN at Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents Wrestling Against Cancer 10. Proceeds to help Ryan Holland. Stars to appear Mike Steele, Donnie B, AJ Stokes, Kelly Mann, and exciting women's wrestling with T. Gaines, JC Black, and more. Wrestling Against Cancer 10. Saturday, February 8th at Bay Haven Charter Academy in Panama City. Tickets available at the door. More info at ESPNPC.com.
Hey folks, Chris Kramer with Bill Kramer GM. And the best place to listen to the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is inside a brand new vehicle from Bill Kramer GM. And I I want you to know we've got 10 times the amount of inventory on the ground as we did this time last year, and darn near all of them are discounted. So shop us online at BillKramerGM.com or visit us the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd. We'll make it easy and take great care of you.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose, hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, the best place in town to take a leak.
Tired of flipping through channels and finding nothing good? Introducing Lucid Stream TV. Get over 2,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN Plus, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch local network channels from most major markets throughout the country. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. Just $41.99 a month. Cut the cord, not the fun. To get Lucid Stream TV, go to ESPNPC.com and click the Lucid TV logo.
Coming in hot.
So hot.
It'll be a hot one. Really hot. Goddamn.
The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. He's just getting us ready for Saturday.
Monday.
We're not going to be. No, Monday's not the 1st. Monday's the 3rd.
Gotcha.
But we're not going to be on the air on Saturday, so got to have a little bit of that.
That's fair.
But yeah. Golfwithjay.com.
Yeah.
Not jdelsinggolf.com. Former professional golfer.
JD ain't no good.
No. He does. He is on ESPN 101 there in St. Louis.
If you're teaching golf in St. Louis, do better.
Yeah. I don't think he's got as many camps as you do.
I don't think so.
He doesn't have a training camp. Is it full?
No, there's still one spot.
One spot left.
One spot.
And you've got, 72 hours to sign up?
Yeah, 72, and we'll see what happens. But we've got 11 signed up, and I think that's going to be a great start.
11's a great number.
Yeah.
If you want to divide it up into 2 even teams, it's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, me or Coach Michael will probably end up being the 12th junior. So if that's not the case,
okay.
But we're looking for that one extra. So
okay,
golfwithjay.com. Golfwithjay.com.
Yep. Make sure you renew that domain.
Happening.
Go in and auto renew that every year. Make sure it doesn't slip through the cracks and this Jay Delson clown scoops it up.
You were throwing so much shade at this guy.
I mean, I totally remember watching him on the tube back in the day.
On the tube, really?
On the tube, yeah. Jake Delson.
Okay.
He's got 4 professional wins. He turned professional.
Hey, he was a baller.
How many professional wins you got, Jay?
Zero.
Don't answer. Don't answer.
Well, I mean, technically, have you ever won a section tournament or anything?
I mean, I've finished top 20.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's a win.
Yeah. Did you get a check?
Yeah.
Then it counts.
Well, it was the shoes that he was wearing. There was a Nike check on them. Not money or anything
Check
like
or
that.
swoosh?
Oh, gosh.
Interesting. Jay.
Yes, sir.
Got a lot of local sports action coming up today / this evening. We will start with the Middle School World, the only radio station in all of America covering their county's middle school sports. Today on this is the boys basketball side of things. Got Bozeman hosting Mowat. Jay, give us a little preview of that one for us.
Preview, it's a 4 p.m. tip-off up there in Bozeman this afternoon.
Up there off of 77.
Yes, sir. Mowat is...
former Dynasty flag football player on that Mowat squad.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Tell me who.
6th grader Jake Lundy.
Okay. All right.
It's going to murk y'all.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I think... I was able to go to that Bozeman-Rutherford game, and Bozeman hung in with Rutherford for a little bit. I think I can't remember that score. I sent it off to you guys.
You did. We reported it was 37-something.
Yeah. But
they had the over.
Yeah. So it was a good game. Hopefully this afternoon we're looking for a good game up there at Bozeman.
Think it'll be rowdy there in the gym?
I think so.
Good. Good.
Those Bozeman parents do support, and they will be there at 4:00.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're there a little early. The school gets out at 3:30 there at Bozeman, so it can be a little chaotic trying to get in when you're a visiting team.
I would agree with that.
Last time we were there for girls basketball, it was pouring rain too that day.
Oh my gosh.
It was a mess.
Facts. Plus, you want to find your seat so that you can get your headphones in and listen to the afternoon underdogs.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Which we typically try to send in scores.
Yeah.
And then David says something rude about it.
There's no telling what he says.
Hopefully, I don't know if he
no
actually
telling.
carries it over to the air or not, but that's not the
No,
point.
I'd never carry those. Oh, if you said if you said scores, do I do that during the show?
I don't know.
I think most of the time when I respond, the show's not going on.
I don't know. We went back to Tuesday. I felt like he was responding during
Are
the
you
show.
giving live? If I send you a halftime
If you
update,
send me an update, I will absolutely. And I'm on the air and I see it, I will absolutely bring that up. Yeah. But some of the replies that I give you guys back, I can't say those things on the air. Those are ridiculous.
yeah. I like this one right here. We'll read it verbatim.
Go ahead.
Just
ratings would skyrocket, I promise.
And my job might skyrocket too.
In flight.
This one you were just reporting a fact. They pulled that $50 million worth of condoms over there to Gaza.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, you did report that back to us when you were on the air. That was at 4:41.
I was actually talking a little bit about that on the air, the other day. $50 million for condoms. Like, what brand do you think they were going to use? Because you got to get a strong one if you're going to make a bomb out of it, right?
Right. I mean, it might have been the sheepskin, the old school, or the sheep intestine, not skin. The OG.
I just got a text. Hello, I saw your lot in Bay County, Florida.
I get that one all the time.
Let go of it? If so, what's your figure? I always text back $2 million. I haven't got one to bite yet.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot, but
that's why they keep texting you.
I'll take an advance check.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Coach Cook was listening. David said 9 times out of 10, you're 100% right. And I was like, or 90%?
Who said I was 100% right?
Rusty Cook heard you.
What did I say?
You said 9 times out of 10, you're 100% right. That's like Sex Panther, right?
I don't know.
From Anchorman?
Oh, yeah,
Cologne?
yeah, that's right.
He's like, 50% of the time, it works every time.
That's right.
I don't know if he says 50, but he says a low percentage of it.
That's still a good probability. I'll say 50% over 49%.
That's a coin flip, right, Jay? Probability? Stats class?
Don't go with that.
Don't go with that. If it ain't 100, it's not good enough for me.
All right, before we run out of time, Bozeman is hosting Mowat, like we said. Jay wouldn't give a score prediction, which is fine, but good luck to both Bozeman.
I'll go 37-36.
Man, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mowat.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'll go that'd be great. I'll go 39-24 Mowat. I mean,
yeah.
All right, next, we got the first ever basketball game being played at University Academy when University Academy is hosting Breakfast Point.
In the fishbowl.
In the fishbowl. Yeah, that's going to stick. The Jacob Fish Gymnasium.
The fishbowl. I love
the fishbowl. Yep. Everybody's just in the stands going, that's our thing. Although we're Eagles. But hopefully UA.
It kind of works as a double entendre. That's the wings of the Eagles.
Yeah, the wings of the
gills
Eagles.
of the fish.
Yep.
Fish, great.
Birds got to eat, fish got to swim.
That's right.
Line.
Like a Lil Wayne line right there.
Or Finding Nemo.
Well, Lil Wayne's got a line that's leave you, swimming with the birds, and I don't know. I'm off.
You're good.
It's like he's still angry. He's still angry about the rangefinder.
9 times out of 10, you're still 100% right.
I like that. That's going on the
t-shirt.
shirt. That's going on the shirt. 9 times out of 10, you're 100% right.
It's like John Daly math.
Yeah, no doubt. Surfside hosting Bay Haven Charter Academy, North Bay Haven hosting Merritt Brown, and Jinx hosting Rutherford. Probably the matinee game there, or the showcase game there. It's gonna be that Jinx Rutherford game. And then of course on the girls soccer side of things, we got another milestone coming up. We'll be hosting Breakfast Point for the first ever girls soccer game on campus. The boys have already had their season. They won the county championship on the turf out there at UA. But looking forward to seeing hopefully a good crowd coming out from the Sweet. That's what's so cool is it's in the Sweet Bay neighborhood, and somebody many kids that live in Sweet Bay go to UA, so they just hop on their golf carts and
That's
ride their
cool.
bikes up to the field, and hopefully they get out there and support. I know there'll be a lot of excitement, too, for the first basketball game there inside the gym.
Shout out to Boston Tim for helping me out with little Lil Wayne Lear right there. I'm probably in the sky flying with the fishes, or maybe in the ocean with the pigeons. Flying with the pigeons.
Flying with the pigeons.
There you go. Shout out Boston Tim. Just killed him aboard today.
Yep.
Yep, about to go taste test that thing.
Bring us some.
No, we're going to eat it like sushi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
We're going to use the fur, like we're going to use that as the seaweed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did he find Hogzilla?
Nah, it was a little. I wouldn't say it's the biggest one I've ever seen, but I watched Old Yeller a bunch of times. So
Yeah, I got you.
those things are big. Remember when he fell out of the tree?
Yep.
Got his leg ate up, had to put the bandana on there as a. Oh, man.
Tough go.
Cry every time I watch it.
It's a tough one.
How many times you watched it a year, Jay?
I hadn't seen it since probably second grade.
Oh, man, I watched that thing.
Yesterday.
No, that was about 3 days ago.
Oh, hey, by the way, your tip of the week, you stole that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Where?
We caught up with the first episode of The Bachelor, and that's where you got it from. She said, I don't remember who it was, she says, smell the roses, blow out the candles.
You boys are on to me. You boys are on
You
to me.
stole it from The Bachelor.
But we figured out that you're watching The Bachelor and y'all are making fun of me watching The Bachelor.
I've been watching The Bachelor since I've been
don't
with
y'all.
Beth.
I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah. I wasn't making fun of you either. But now that I learned, I heard that last night and I didn't text you because I was going to wait till today, and I'm glad I remembered.
What bothered me was the plagiarism. That's what bothered
He
me.
stole it.
Yeah,
It's not even it was from some girl on The Bachelor.
I need to take your degree away.
I don't even remember what she was talking about. I heard it and I was like, wait, what? You used a line from The Bachelor?
What degree?
Yeah.
You're 60.
Goodness.
Or you're a 56 guy.
I don't like 60s.
I like them. But you guys know I'm a flopportunist.
Yeah,
So.
but I just have the right bounce on my 56, and I can open that bad boy up and slice right under it.
Oh, boy. I use a pitching wedge the same way.
But I also like a 3-iron, so that's why I don't have a 60.
See, I'm more of a 1-iron.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and Jack Nicklaus and God.
Yeah. Oh.
The only ones that can hit it.
The trio.
That's a heck of a trio. That'd be a fun threesome to go out there and play some golf with.
No doubt.
You just better be on your best behavior.
I had Sam Kavaris on the line the other day. He had a Arnold Palmer with Arnold Palmer. He covered he covered sports in the Jacksonville area.
Okay,
TV wise for a long time, and still does a great job. SamSportsline.com. Check it out.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I figured whenever I heard that, I was like, y'all two and Alan Watson were the first people I thought of.
Yeah. That's when you know you've lived life, when you've had an Arnold Palmer with Arnold.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, thanks for supporting me.
Some comments on our Facebook page are getting weird.
Oh, boy.
Somebody just commented, Jelly Roll and Shabuzi. Did we put something else out about some kind of contest?
Yeah, you get to meet Jelly Roll live here at ESPN Northwest Florida.
Oh, it's their dog.
Oh.
Their dog's name is Shabuzi.
Well, how about that? It can't be too little of a dog, man.
Cecilia. I don't know how to
Sicily.
Maybe that's it.
Like Italia?
Cecilee. Yeah. It's a cute little pup. We appreciate everybody submitting stuff. All right, North Bay Haven versus Merritt Brown. Palm Bay versus Jinx. This is girls soccer. Surfside versus Bay Haven. I already mentioned UA versus Breakfast Point Academy for the first home girls soccer game on campus. Looking forward to that. Tyndall Academy versus Rutherford. Mowat is on a bye this Thursday. Got our final Dynasty flag football game of the regular season coming up tonight. Looking forward to getting the playoffs going next week. As quick as the season comes, as quick as...
I don't know. This feels like the longest season, though.
Well, we did have a nice long break there.
And then another one.
And then a whole week's break because of the snowstorm there.
That's what, Jay, whenever I ask a kid, how's y'all snow day? We got a whole week off of school. That's the only thing that they talked about, being off of school for a week.
Hey,
my goodness.
Yeah.
When we were at North Bay Haven for that soccer game on Tuesday, you know how North Bay Haven's field has that pretty steep hill all the way around it? There was remnants of sleds and boogie boards, and there was even a trough out there that it looked like somebody used, like an ice bath trough, or, you know, like the original thing for cows or whatever to drink. But yeah, it looks like they tried to get in that and slide down it as well. But that'd be a perfect hill for some sledding. Yeah. It's like the steepest hill in all Bay County.
There was a lot of people doing that at Harders.
Oh, yeah.
Day,
Yep. That one bank right there. Absolutely. Jay, takeaways. Go quick, though.
Oh, man.
I know you were only here for an hour, but...
Go Bozeman Bucks this afternoon.
Cali.
Hopefully they can get that first win of the season.
Sailors alive and well is my takeaway.
Shout out to Dr. Carson across the street here from the studio. She's amazing. If you need some help, some dog health stuff.
Did y'all talk about the radio at all?
Yeah, they actually listened to me call in yesterday. So it's cool.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Afternoon Underdogs coming up at 4. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Get outside and have some fun. It is spectacular. We'll be back for Fun Friday tomorrow with Jay's Guitar. Y'all have a great one.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Always great to say hello to our friend Brian Curtis. I'm shocked, disappointed, and depressed reading your piece. Good afternoon. How are you?
Great to talk to you too, Paul. Isn't it funny? Sports journalism, which seems so romantic to those who don't do it, turns out to be standing outside a room and waiting for a man in a suit to come out and tell you that nothing happened inside the room.